For me, it was always a story about love and hope and beauty and the light triumphing over the forces of darkness.
Name? Joseph Bao.
Why are you here?
You're a new map maker, Commandant.
Then you can be of service. Unfortunate. For you.
Is it possible to change my seat?
What first drew you to this script and to play the part of Joseph Bao?
The character that I portrayed, Joseph Bao, he was a wonderful person who used his resiliency and his sense of humor to get him through the Holocaust, and in the process helped free 1,100 Jews from the concentration camps through his artistic talents used in the art of forgery, and really became a legend in his own time, to the point where him and his wife, when they got married, their wedding, it was immortalized in Schindler's List. And it was a big scene in Schindler's List when those two characters of Joseph and Rebecca Bao, that's them getting married in the movie. And to play a part where the sense of humor was so integral to the character was a new challenge for me. I feel like I've played a lot of different types of dramatic roles, but this is one of the first roles where it was all about, first and foremost, can you be fun? Like a character that wants to be funny that much, can he be funny? And if it doesn't work, then we have a problem. So some of my most arduous and taxing and inspiring, invigorating conversations with the director and with the writers was always like, is this as funny as it can be? You know, everyone talks about how Joseph Bao was this hysterical person, but that's a tall order to live up to for a piece of writing. It means that, you know, whoever's writing those jokes better be pretty funny.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but is that more terrifying than like, okay, I have to cry on camera, where it's like I have to make people laugh and believe that this guy is just...
I don't know about more terrifying, but it's a different challenge, you know? It's definitely a different beast. And there's one thing about it which is challenging, is it's very hard to be funny if you don't have a funny bone in your body. And that is a little tricky. But then when you take a step back, for me at least, and I go, okay, well, I can be funny if I do this, or if I do this, or if I do this, then I'd be game for it.
What about his story struck you the most, or I guess was the most unexpected?
Having the inner strength and character to not be disheartened from his circumstances, to retain his sense of hope and humor even amidst the Holocaust. I think for me it was super impressive, because we've all been in situations that are trying, and to maintain your sense of self and composure to the point where you can still have a sense of humor, even amidst the absolute bleakest, darkest circumstances that we can imagine. I think that was what struck me about the role the most. And there's a scene by a fence with a young boy in the movie, which is a very powerful scene, because it really shows the kind of person that Joseph was, helping this young boy who wants to end his own life, and it's up to Joseph to give him hope, to give him a sense, to help inspire him, to turn him around. And that was something I think that was a part of the role that made me want to take that with me when I finished. You know what I mean? I was like, wow, this dude is is special. I don't want, I'm not playing Hannibal Lecter where after I finish the movie, I'm like, I need to take a shower and go to a therapist or something. This was a beautiful guy. So I was all too happy to try to hold on to whatever I could from Mr. Bao. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a cartoonist before I ever wanted to be an actor. So I would do all these drawings and single panel cartoons, kind of like The Far Side with Gary Larson, or Calvin and Hobbes with Bill Watterson, or Peanuts, Charles Schultz. So I was ultra obsessed with that cartoonist comedy format, even as a kid. I would just draw and sort of make jokes all day. So, and even flip books and just like in the movie. Obviously, I mean, I wasn't as good of an artist as Joseph was, but that was very much a part of what I was interested in when I was a kid. So, getting this part, who is this kind of happy-go-lucky guy, and I think that it kind of fit like a glove in a lot of ways. I have been told, like, people tell, like, what's this person like, right? I probably am more like this guy than I am other characters I play. My natural personality when I meet people, strangers or whoever, is usually I'm kind of a chipper guy. That's just my personality. For better or for worse, I don't know. If I'm supposed to be a super serious guy, sometimes it's harder for me because I do tend to kind of have a light touch about a lot of things, which is something that I really appreciated in Joseph, and I related to, and it made the part. I think it made it a lot easier to play than it could have been for somebody else. I didn't so much become the guy as opposed to just bring up those qualities in myself and kind of spit and shine them a bit.
Your mom, if I could be wrong, but is your mom's an artist, isn't she?
Yes.
Did she give you any tips or behaviors of, like, this is what an artist does, or this is how they would?
I think, I mean, it would have been from a lifetime of just observing her and being around her, as opposed to getting any specific notes from the script. She's a wonderful, creative person who's always either working on an art project or reading a book, or she's always doing something in one of those worlds. She's very energetic.
Are there any moments, or maybe behind the scenes or from the script or from filming, that you feel like you're gonna take with you for the rest of your life?
Absolutely. This quality that he had of looking on the bright side of life and seeing the glass as half full and not giving into despair in that way. That's a quality that I really want to have. I want to take that with me. I think that there's just so much. There's enough negativity out there that we don't need more of that.
Yeah. What I love about this movie is kind of what you said, where it's like it is hard, but it does have, there's levity and there's joy and there's life and there's happiness in it. And I loved hearing his daughters speak about him in that way and being able to carry on this legacy with the movie that you guys are making. You have a son. What, if he were to make a movie about your life, like, what would you want him to say and what would you want him to capture?
Gosh. I think I think our relationship, we've had a lot of fun together and we've worked as a team a lot. Whether it's going on epic hikes or doing landscaping projects in a garden or going to different nurseries and picking out plants or doing science experiment or art projects. We've done so many different types of fun things together, and also even playing a ton of video games together. We play a lot of video games. We're like a team when we play. It's pretty cool. I don't know. I think working as a team is we even made a short film together called Stupor. You can actually, if you go to my Instagram, @Emile Hirsch, the link to the short is just right on my bio.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and Valor, my son, acted in it, and he's a good actor.
Finally, back to BAEHR. What excites you most about audiences being able to see it on the big screen?
I think the film has it all. It has laughs. It has moments of sadness. And the guy in front of me at the theater at the screening the other night was just sobbing in his seat. It was really moving. And so many people in the theater were just, they should hand out Kleenex or something when people walk into the theater here, But I think that the reason why people feel that way is because the film really does show the power of hope and the power of love, and I think that those are themes that are always going to be relevant. Doesn't matter what time period it's set in. It can be a World War II movie. People are going to be inspired by the best of those of being human, and those qualities really exemplify that.
They really do, and I love that. Like I've said a million times, that I normally have a hard time with dramas because they can be a little too much for me, but that it is so hopeful and inspiring, and you feel joy and victory after watching this movie.
Yeah. To make a drama that has the depths that a true drama would have, but also the light touch that life also represents. The problem with a lot of dramas for me is that they're kind of feel artificial, because the reason why they feel artificial is because they don't represent real life. Because in real life, there's really funny moments, and then there's really sad moments. And if there's a drama and it's just a bunch of really sad, serious moments, I mean, I smell a rat, it just doesn't seem real. I'm like, this is fake. This is not real. So for me, for a drama to work, and I think that this is one of the reasons why Pixar movies work so well and people are like bawling their freaking eyes out watching these movies, is because they have the duality of the sadness and the humor. And without that, you kind of need the height of one to get the depth of the other, to give them their relative scale. So if it's just like down, it for me, I'm turning it off, or I'm walking out of the theater and I'm going for a jog or something.
Well, thank you so much for sitting down and talking with us. I'm so excited for everyone to go see this movie. And by the time this video is up, it should be in theaters so that you can go get your tickets.
Yes. It's in theaters, September 26th, BAEHR Artist at War. It's playing nationwide. It should be everywhere. Anywhere you are, it should be accessible to be able to see it. So I really hope people get a chance to see it in the theaters. It's a special experience. And even if people are hesitant because it's a World War II movie and it feels like it's old or something, it still feels fresh and relevant.
I still think you're a crazy person.
Warn me if that ever changes.
Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below. And if you want more content like this, head over to Movieguide.org. Movieguide is a nonprofit organization, and we are supported every day by viewers like you.